Everyone in Sea City knows Damian loves Lu so much. Do anything to prove it.
It won't be good.
If she sees it, so be it. She loves me too much to make a fuss.
But feelings do change.
Hey, girl. Why are you alone? Not scared? Come chill with me. For a while. Hey, little brat. How dare you? Do you know what this is? You. The first stab is a lesson for you. The second will be fatal. Stop it, Mr. Cross. Stop. Mr. Cross.
Damian.
Quick. Mr. Cross is hurt. Get help.
Are you okay?
Don't cry. I'm okay. I'm still waiting to marry my little princess.
Damian. Everyone's left. I can't lose. You too.
I'll walk you home from now on. Ms. Emerson is fine. Mr. Cross got stabbed.
I gave you 100 chances to break my heart. This is the 99th. Damian, the Lu who loves you will be gone when you make the 100th stab. Do you need a bed? Do you need a bed?
Did you follow me? Lu, don't you have any shame?
Are you totally clueless, or just blind? Can't you two cheaters see you're blocking my way?
Since you saw it, I'll tell you. I'm in love with Gretchen. The Crosses won't accept her. So, I'll marry you, but you must accept her presence in my life.
Ms. Emerson. I won't get in between you and Damian. I just want to join you. How shameless you are.
Lu Emerson.
Damian, I think she needs time to accept our relationship. Just wait for me downstairs. You kissed too hard, and my makeup is smudged. I need to fix it.
Alright. Call me if she gives you trouble.
These earrings look familiar.
Sorry. Lu, how could I be content with just being a lover? Go to Damian if you wanna be Mrs. Cross. Why come to me? Last year, Lu sought help from Damian's uncle, Raven, to avoid a broken engagement. No one in Sea City dares to defy him. So, I can't be Mrs. Cross until Lu lets go of Damian. Indigo, you wouldn't want to see Lu marrying rich, would you?
Lu. Indigo's earrings are missing. Wants to know if you've seen them.
Earrings? The emerald ones?
Yes, Mrs. Emerson wants to gift them to Indigo.
I'm pretty sure Grandma left them to me.
Where are Indigo's earrings?
I saw you had them. Hand them over. Or should I search you?
Do you mean to say that I stole Indigo's earrings? I know my position. But I've got my pride. I wouldn't envy what's not mine. Do you want to search me? Lu has suffered a tough life with the Emersons. It's Damian's favor that keeps her going. Allowing Damian to turn against her could be fatal.
Oh, Gretchen. Lu, don't go overboard.
How am I going overboard? I just told the truth. And she started rummaging through bags and stripping. Surveillance on the second floor will reveal who's lying.
The surveillance broke down yesterday. Such a coincidence. Lou. I know you've got a habit of taking my stuff. Keep the earrings, if you like. But don't frame an innocent person.
Lou Emerson, admit it if you stole them, why slander others? I know you think those earrings were a gift from your grandma. But do you deserve them?
Why don't I deserve them?
Enough, Lou. Stop playing the victim. Even your mom said you stole them. How can that be false? Return the earrings to Indigo. And apologize to Gretchen. You, too? Lou is really pitiful. Even her mom and fiancé don't support her. That's right.
A vicious, like her, deserves to be dumped. The Emersons should kick her out since they have more than one daughter.
Nice move, Indigo. You teamed up with Gretchen. By Jillian, humiliated by Damian, and mocked by others. Fine, let's skip the birthday celebration if that's your game.
Lou, stop embarrassing yourself. Apologize to Gretchen.
Apologize? I won't apologize. For something I didn't do, since you insist that I stole them. I'll call the cops. To be continued, since you insist that I stole it. I'll call the police.
Found it. The earrings were found. They were in the corner of Indigo's couch.
Mom, now I remember. I was so happy when you gave me the earrings. That I took them out to admire and forgot to put them back. Lou. Sorry.
Just sorry?
So what do you want then? You can't expect me to kneel down and apologize in front of everyone, can you?
Good idea. Do it, then I'll think about forgiving you.
Mom. I didn't mean to.
Direct your anger at me, not your sister. You should have explained earlier instead of plotting and slandering. Indigo, today is your birthday. Don't let them spoil your mood. Come, I'll put the earrings on for you.
Jillian. I'm your real daughter. Yet you always trample on and humiliate me with Indigo. Last chance. I'm giving you one final opportunity.
Lou Emerson. What now?
Grandma left these heirloom earrings to me. Indigo isn't even your biological daughter. Aren't you afraid of the ancestors?
You.
Lou, how can you talk to your mom like that?
It's none of your business. Get lost.
Lou, it's just earrings. And Indigo is your sister. Do you have to be so harsh?
Easy for you to say. You get lost too.
Pa.
Indigo, did you arrange all this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You teamed up with Gretchen to provoke me and make me admit that Damian doesn't love me. You want to acknowledge my lower status in the Emersons and prove you're more favored and valuable than me, the real daughter. Fine, you want to see me go crazy in public? I will.
Oh, Indigo.
What's wrong with you?
Don't you dare hit me. Or I'll kill Indigo.
Look at your bad temper. No wonder Damian dumped you. You. Get lost. I don't want to see you.
Oh, Ms. Emerson.
Don't worry. I won't hit you. Hitting you would just dirty my hands. Gretchen, you got through high school and college with my support. You were just like my pet dog. But you're not a loyal one. Why not be a prostitute? If you like seducing men.
Hey. What did you say? Damian and I love each other.
Lou Emerson. Insult Gretchen again. Off our engagement. I'll see who'd want you then.
Oh, and you. I came back from studying abroad, and you said you wanted to call off the engagement for Gretchen. I didn't give up. I went to Uncle Raven to try and make our marriage happen, but you kept hurting me for Gretchen. Yet I still gave you 100 chances. And today is the last one. This is your last chance too.
What do you mean?
Dad. Mom. Damian. I'm done. To be continued. Call off the wedding. I'm not getting married.
What did you say?
You.
Harvey.
Lou Emerson. Are you done? Haven't you embarrassed us enough? You made that girl strip. In front of everyone. Then, you dragged your sister into the pool like a madwoman. If you like dying so much, why didn't you die abroad? Now you want to cancel the wedding? Lots of men keep mistresses. Why can't you accept it? Since that incident in high school.
Harvey, stop it.
Harvey. Do you want to drive me crazy again? Do you agree with calling off the wedding?
How? I wanted to cancel the wedding, but you disagreed. You even went to Uncle Raven to force the engagement. You're his benefactor. He'd break my legs if I don't marry you.
So, you're worried Uncle Raven won't agree to cancel the wedding?
Of course. One moment you want to get engaged, then you don't. Are you playing a fool of him?
Hello, Uncle Raven. I want to cancel the wedding.
Come see me.
Miss Emerson. Mr. Cross is on the way. Please wait a moment.
Thank you.
Lou.
Uncle Raven.
What happened to your face? Was it Damian? What happened to your face? Was it Damian?
No, it was my parents.
Asher told me. What happened?
Uncle Raven. I'm done. Damian doesn't care about me. Much less come back to me.
That's his problem.
I've made up my mind. I want to call off the engagement with Damian. But he's scared of you. So, he won't.
The wedding is in 3 months. Do you know what you'll face if you cancel it now?
All I'll get is ridicule for being unwanted and powerless against a mistress. So what? My reputation is already ruined.
Fine. But you can't back out.
I won't back out. Thank you, Uncle Raven. Don't worry. I won't bother you anymore. Have a good rest.
Give it to me. Don't move.
Is he going to dry my hair? This isn't okay.
Sleeping with wet hair will give you headaches. Be good.
It's been ages since someone cared for me like this.
Third time's the charm. I owe you 3 wishes for saving my life. You've used 2 and have 1 left. I'll grant it whenever you ask.
Miss Emerson. Mr. Cross got this for you.
Thank him for me.
Ms. Emerson. Have you thought about using your 3rd wish to marry Mr. Cross? Indigo confessed to Mr. Cross.
Did she?
He didn't accept it. But she keeps bothering him.
So, you want me to stop her?
If you marry Mr. Cross, you'll have the strongest ally in Sea City. Damian would have to call you Aunt Lou. You'd be taking Indigo's favorite man, and the Emerson couple wouldn't be biased anymore. Ms. Emerson. I actually want to find a perfect match for Mr. Cross too.
I almost became his niece-in-law. How would he marry me?
Mr. Cross. I dropped the hint to Ms. Emerson as you instructed, but she took it as a joke. Are you seriously marrying her?
Tell Damian to meet me at 8 o'clock a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
Bring Gretchen too.
Mr. Cross has coveted Lou for 10 years. No one in Sea City would believe it.
Hello?
Lou. Did you tell Uncle Raven to trouble Gretchen?
What?
Listen. I wouldn't touch you, even if I married you. You'll live like a widow.
You.
If you marry Mr. Cross, you'll have the strongest ally in Sea City.
Get ready to call me Aunt Lou.
Did I ask you to sit? Did I ask you to sit?
Uncle Raven. No need to defend Lou. I promised to marry her, and I won't back out.
Damian, you agreed to stay engaged to Lou for 2% of cross-group shares. It was your choice, not forced by me. Don't be a hypocrite.
Damian, what do you want?
Lou wants to call off the engagement, and I agreed. Don't worry, I won't take back the shares, but I have 2 conditions. You take the blame for the broken engagement.
What? Mr. Cross, what do you mean? I don't get it.
I'll hold a press conference in a week. You have 30 minutes to publicly apologize to Lou and admit you're the mistress who broke them up.
That will ruin me. No way, Damian.
Uncle Raven, this will destroy Gretchen. I disagree.
Destroy? Who's destroying whom here?
Damian.
You flaunt your mistress before ending the engagement and ignore Lou when she fell into the water. What's she to do? Everyone was mocking her. Never expected this side of you, Uncle Raven.
Ms. Emerson. Looking for Mr. Cross?
He's dealing with some troublesome people for me. I'll leave him be for now. Asher, you go ahead. This door's soundproofing is so good.
Weren't you insisting on marrying Gretchen? Fine. But there are 2 conditions. First, I'll let you keep the shares, but you must sell the wedding house and give the money to Lou. Second, Gretchen must publicly apologize to Lou. Minimize the damage you've done to her. If you meet these conditions,
Uncle Raven, are you serious?
I'm willing to apologize to Lou and take the blame.
Gretchen, that's not fair to you.
Making that arrogant Lou suffer by marrying Damian and joining the Emersons is worth losing my pride. Damian, I didn't hope for much. I love you. So, I was willing to be a mistress. But today, I saw a glimpse of light. And I want to grab it.
Fine. I'll apologize with you.
are you treating my office like you're a fair spot? Need a bed?
Sorry.
Done? Then piss off. Anything else?
Uncle Raven. Do you need a wife? Uncle Raven. Do you need a wife?
What do you mean? You want to set me up with someone?
What I mean is, if you need a wife, do you think I'd be a good match? Uncle Raven, I'm just joking. You go ahead and get busy.
I agree to it.
I know.
So, you're marrying me? To get back at them?
Get back at them? It'll be revenge, only if he still loves me. He hates me right now. If I were to marry someone else, he wouldn't care at all.
Then why do you want to marry me?
Right now, I've got a lot of worries. If you have any requests, feel free to ask. I thought, since you don't have a wife, why not take a chance? If you marry me, you'd be my biggest support. No one would dare mess with me. I know this request might be a bit much. If you don't agree, you can reject me.
Lou! I meant what I said. And I'll always stand by it. But I have a condition.
What condition?
If you marry me, Damian has to call you Aunt Lou. Don't you think our relationship will be awkward? If you can resolve that awkwardness, then I'll marry you.
How? How is that even possible? Unless the past between me and Damian never existed.
Ms. Emerson has already proposed to marry you. Why did you make such a request?
Yeah. I really want to marry her. But more than that, I want her to know I'm always her fallback.
This love-struck fool is beyond saving.
Uncle Raven's right. If I don't solve the awkwardness, and I really marry him, he's going to be a laughingstock. What should I do?
Lou Emerson. Did you make Damian mad again? The Crosses just cancelled the marriage. You'd better come back and clear things up.
If Jillian hadn't called, I wouldn't have realized. I've been driving this car for 2 months. It's time to switch.
Lou, like Indigo said, Gretchen's background would never be a match for the Crosses. Can't you just bear with her?
You have the nerve to say that? Your husband used to have a thing with a college student, a poor family, like hers was not, a MAC, for the Emersons. Didn't you get angry and humiliate her at her school? She then dropped out because of depression. You had the same experience. If you couldn't stand it, why would you want me to be a saint?
How dare you argue with me?
Mom.
Help her upstairs to rest. Mom's been so upset by you, and you're sitting there so calmly? Aren't you Mom's daughter?
Back then, when I had depression, you guys left me abroad, and I almost died alone. She didn't even come to see me once. Why didn't you say then she was my mom? I don't expect anything nice from you. Get lost.
Indigo. Go check on your mom first. Come with me to apologize to the Crosses.
Give me a reason.
Now's not the time for you to act willfully. Emerson Group has lost several projects. If you don't marry Damian, who's going to help us?
Do people sell their daughters so openly nowadays?
Watch your words.
Fine. If you want me to apologize, fine. To marry Damian, that's fine too. But, you and Jillian, each have to give me $10 million.
10 million dollars.
I need to buy gifts to apologize. Think about it. The Cross family is such a wealthy family. They might not even look at a gift worth $20 million. I'd have to add my own money too. See how kind I am?
You You really want to apologize?
Of course, I'll apologize sincerely. Buy a gift, my foot. This is my compensation for the 2 slaps you and Jillian gave me. When Raven becomes my husband, I'll extort you for 2 more houses.
I've given you the money, now go apologize to the crosses. Bring Damian back.
All right, old thing.
Who are you calling an old thing? I'm your father.
It's her.
The mistress. Why not be a good person? Why be a mistress? You be *tch. Shameless, I'm not a mistress. Don't come near me. Don't. Such an ingrate. I just love Damian too much. I really didn't. Don't come near me. Back in high school. We're constantly bullied at school. Who helped you? Damian. No, Damian. Damian, please, say something for me. Damian.
Get away. I've always loved Lou.
What? No way. I'm not a mistress. No. No. Why? No. I don't want to be judged for my actions. I don't want to become someone everyone despises. I don't want to. I'm really losing my mind. I can't take it anymore. Hello? Indigo, can you save me one last time?
Rest assured, Ms. Emerson. By tomorrow morning at the latest. Gretchen's scheming to steal your man. And Damian's affair with his secretary will be the talk of the town.
Thank you, Asher.
You're welcome, Mrs. Cross.
Ms. Emerson. Someone is looking for you. She said she's waiting for you by the elevator.
Looking for me? Who could it?
Lou. I'm begging you. Please let me off this time. Don't make me go. I'll kneel here for you. There are so many reporters outside. I'm really scared.
Are you saying that I'm forcing you?
If you hadn't asked Raven for help, he wouldn't have gone out of his way for you.
Gretchen. Just because you're not smart doesn't mean I'm dumb. You only agreed to Raven's request to marry Damian. What? Now you want to marry him, but don't want to fulfill his demands?
You're the Emerson heiress. You can have anything you want. What's the big deal if you let Damian be with me? Is it really necessary to be this pushy?
Gretchen. Do you know why I kept putting up with you? Provoking me again and again. Behind Damian's back?
It's because you're scared. You don't dare to upset Damian. Because you know he'll protect me.
Scared? What am I scared of? I chose to let you off, because, between you and Damian, it's him I blame more. But now, I've broken off the engagement with him. So our issues are over. Now, things with you. I'm not at peace. Of you be. Lou. I gave you a chance. But you threw it away yourself. D****. It's a trap. To be continued. This is a trap?
Don't you think our relationship will be awkward? If you can resolve that awkwardness, then I'll marry you.
Since no one can forget my past with Damian, then, as the one involved, I can just forget it. Anyway, feel awkward, then it's on them.
Lou. Gretchen.
Mr. Cross, I don't know how this happened. I just wanted to call Lou out, kneel, and beg her to let it go. But she refused, went crazy, and pushed me down the stairs.
Uncle Raven. Lou pushing Gretchen down the stairs is a crime. Once she wakes up, I won't let her off.
Take your woman and get out.
Uncle Raven. Are you going to defend a murderer?
Damian. Raven. You're hitting me again because of Lou.
Damian, you're an idiot. You've known Lou since you were kids. Don't you know what kind of person she is? When have you ever seen her harm someone? All these years, she really misjudged you.
Raven. I need a hug. Honey. Don't you love me anymore?
Who are you calling honey? Who are you calling honey?
Of course, it's you. Are you really going to ignore me just because I said, your breath smells like garlic? Babe, you're being so cold.
Doctor!
Damian.
Ms. Emerson's tests are normal, but she needs more rest. Might just be temporary. Mr. Cross. Don't worry, it won't affect her daily life.
Honey, my head hurts so much. I need a hug to feel better.
Lou. Stop playing dumb, and using my uncle as a pawn. You're just trying to provoke me, huh? Listen. It's over between us.
Who are you? Are you crazy? Honey, he's bullying me.
You.
Shut up.
Raven, she's just lying to you. She's trying to provoke me, and using you on purpose.
Why are you yelling? She's a patient. What if you scare her? Get lost. Don't make me do something.
Uncle Raven hates betrayal and deceit. Lou, for him.
Ms. Emerson has injuries on her back too. The wounds need to breathe and be cleaned. Mr. Cross. Please wait outside.
Honey, how about you go first?
Since we're married. To have someone else do something like this.
Uncle Raven, I'm sorry.
What did you do wrong?
What did I do wrong? How would I know? I never thought Uncle Raven would figure out my plan so quickly, to think of an excuse. Uncle Raven is not mad, is he?
Does your head still hurt? Why are you pretending to have memory loss?
You said you'd marry me only if I could sit at the same table with Damian, without feeling awkward. I thought about it. The only way to avoid that awkwardness is if I forget about him. Plus, I can pretend the person I like is you, and act like I'm only marrying you. That way, when you marry me, I won't feel awkward either. I'm sorry, I won't pretend anymore.
I didn't say you couldn't pretend. Your idea might solve the awkwardness, but it may hurt yourself despite handling enemies. I wouldn't recommend it.
Accidentally fell.
Gretchen jumped first to fake it, and you followed along just to play your part.
Wow, amazing. How does he know everything?
Whenever something happens, I'll have someone investigate. Lou. As long as I have a say in Sea City, you can do whatever you want. But you can't keep hurting yourself. So, have you decided if you want to marry me? Mrs. Cross. Welcome home. This villa was just renovated last year. Lived in yet. As for the decor, if you don't like it, you can let Asher know, and he'll change everything to your liking. You're a photographer. I know, you need space to store your works. I hope you don't mind me taking the liberty of arranging this.
Uncle Raven, I don't deserve you being so good to me.
You deserve it. After we leave the Civil Affairs Bureau, you told me you didn't want a wedding, didn't want honeymoon, and didn't want anyone to know about our marriage. You might think that me marrying you is like I'm doing you a favor, or that others will laugh at me. But I want to tell you, Lou, it's not like that. You're young, beautiful, smart, and talented. You deserve better, and you're worthy of better. As for me, I'm much older than you. I'm quiet, I'm not romantic. And my life is dull and boring. I don't have many strengths myself.
No, Uncle Raven, you're great.
Lou, marrying me must have been a sacrifice for you.
Raven, how are you so good? Thank you, Uncle Raven.
We're married now, so it's not right for you to still call me Uncle Raven.
I've always called him Uncle Raven because of Damian. I'm used to it. Now, I need to change what I call him. What should it be, honey? That sounds embarrassing. R.A. Raven?
Yes. Are you okay?
They say he's reserved and not romantic. But he clearly knows how to flirt. Oh. There's one more thing.
What is it?
You know, been off, right? I'm planning to make a big scene. I want everyone to think I can't marry anyone but you. Once Damian and Gretchen get married, you can just pretend you had no choice but to marry me. That way, no one will criticize you.
After the new year, I'll pursue you.
Don't. Damian and I were tangled up for years. To pursue me right after the breakup? People will mock you.
No one would dare criticize my choice of a wife. Even if they gossip, they won't do it in front of me.
Just listen to me. This time, stick to my plan. Please, Raven.
All right. Just this once.
Raven, I couldn't sleep at all last night. The blanket was too light to keep my heart from missing you.
It couldn't keep her heart from missing you.
Raven, I couldn't sleep at all last night. The blanket was too light.
Has Lou lost her mind? She actually confessed to Raven, thinking he was Damian. Quick. Lou actually believes the one she loves. She has been chasing him for months. Could she be faking it? Did she turn to Raven just to save face now that Damian dumped her? If she is pretending with Raven's ruthless nature, she and her family will probably be thrown out of Elmford. Dad. Mom. If Lou keeps this up and angers Raven, Emerson Group might get dragged down with her.
That ungrateful girl.
Lou, if you don't come home now, then don't ever come back.
Be calm, Mom. You're back, Lou. Dad called you home last month, but you refused. Do you know how much that hurt them?
Indigo is the only one who truly cares.
You know why I did not come back.
What do you mean?
You like Raven, and now I am pursuing him. I came back just to be a thorn in your side. See? I care about you so much. Oh, my dear parents, I cannot wait for you to find out that the adopted daughter you raised with such care is actually involved with your own son. She's dating within the danger zone.
Lou, stop talking nonsense.
I'm not. I heard it from Raven's assistant, Asher. He said that you always find excuses to get close to the boss under the guise of work in the office. He even said if you keep trying to seduce Raven, Emerson Group is as good as his.
I have things to do, so I will be going.
Indigo. You better not mess with Raven again. In Sea City, very few people who cross him have a good ending.
Dad. Rest assured. I know exactly where I stand. I'm not feeling well, so I'm going back to my room.
Come with me to the study. What exactly do you want? Are you dead set on taking Emerson Group down?
Harvey, how about we make a bet?
What kind of bet?
If I marry Raven, you will give me 9% of the company's shares.
9%? Have you lost your mind? If I give you that, you will own 11%. Your sister has worked tirelessly for years and only has 10%. You have contributed nothing. Yet you want more?
If I lose, I will give you Langford Street.
Langford Street?
Langford Street is the business my grandmother left. In just a few years, it has grown into the biggest commercial street in Sea City. In other words, is a gold mine. Harvey, do you not want it?
You brat, I wonder who you take after. You're so full of tricks. Using Langford Street as a bet? Why does this feel like a trap?
Aged tea from 1982. I wonder if Raven likes it. Forget it. If I keep it here, it will only end up in Indigo's hands I'll take it with me.
This aged tea is mine.
Harvey, are you betting or not? If not, I am leaving.
Your sister only has 10%. If you get 11%, that puts you above her. That wouldn't be fair to her.
So, you refuse to bet, huh? Fine, I will marry Raven, whisper in his ear every night, and convince him to cut off all ties with the Emersons, and even take your business away.
You wouldn't dare.
Why wouldn't I? You guys always say I am full of tricks. Well, you're right. And I have more tricks up my sleeve than Indigo ever will.
No matter the outcome, I'm not losing anything. Fine. I accept the bet. Hey.
Indigo. The shares are just the beginning. One by one, I will reclaim everything you stripped from me over the years. I, Lou Emerson, have never been one to swallow my pride. But right now, the ones who need to be dealt with first are those shameless cheaters.
Connor, Lou is here. Mr. Cross is bringing his bride home today. She's not here to cause trouble, is she?
How have you been lately?
Lou?
Hello, everyone. Did you miss me? You all so much.
Lou, what are you doing here?
Hey there, my dear nephew.
Is she calling Damian her nephew? Have you completely lost your mind, Lou? Do you really think you're married to Raven?
I feel bad for his uncle. Getting tangled up with that lunatic. Lou, when will you ever stop? I am already married. I love my wife very much.
Ms. Emerson. Try not to be so shameless. Damian and I are already married, so please, stop disturbing us.
Gretchen, you have quite the imagination. Who said I came for you?
Who else would you be looking for here besides Damian? It couldn't possibly be his uncle, right? If he actually married you, I would eat my hat right here.
There is no way he would, in a lunatic like her. Lou, even if you stripped naked at me right now, I wouldn't spare you a glance. Just do yourself a favor, and get lost. Ugh.
You brat. How many times do I have to tell you? Your aunt here loves only one man, and that's your uncle. Who do you think you are?
Lou, do not think I won't hit you.
If you lay a hand on me, it would be disrespecting your elder. I am not falling for your words anymore, because now I am your aunt. I just got married to your Uncle Raven.
He would marry you. That marriage certificate is fake.
Lou, have you no shame? I know my Damian is outstanding, and you can't bear to let him go, but whether he is married or not, I would never allow him to marry a divorcee like you.
A divorcee?
Ms. Emerson, I heard that you were kidnapped and taken deep to be someone's wife when you were 18. Later, you got a hospital to prove your so-called chastity. But who knows if that so-called proof is even valid? Damian, don't you agree?
Lou. No man would tolerate his woman being defiled by someone else. So, stop pestering me.
Damian, I never expected you to be just like them. You never got over me being sold into the mountains. But back then, you were the one who said you believed me. That fool never touched. Why won't you all believe me?
Lou, you should go to the hospital and get checked. If you aren't telling the truth and are actually pregnant, even if Damian still loves you, he will never accept a woman who has had an abortion.
Your sister is right. We cannot afford that kind of humiliation.
Lou, listen to your sister. I will take you to the hospital.
You all are ridiculous. You'd rather believe an adopted daughter, but not me. I'll say it one last time. I am not lying. And I will not go to the hospital.
Lou.
Damian, take me away. I don't want to see my parents anymore. They only believe in Indigo.
Lou.
You want to say something?
Did they really never touch you? Did they really never touch you? My mom said those who escaped from the mountains are. I wasn't trying to judge you.
Are you doubting me, too? Back then, I stubbornly believed that true love could overcome anything. So, I went to the hospital alone and sacrificed my dignity for that proof. Just to be worthy of you, Damian. Damian. I have never been tainted.
Who knows if this proof is legit?
Who can say, for sure? Nowadays, a simple surgery could restore it.
I believe you. I didn't mean anything by it that day. I'm sorry, Lou. Don't be mad at me.
If it were the 18-year-old me, I would have foolishly fallen into the trap of proving myself again. But now, I would rather slap the sh*t out of this be *starred.
Hey!
You wretch, how dare you slap Damian?
And what if I did? Are any of you any less cruel? You all just keep spreading nasty rumors about me. Do you think I'm that much of a pushover?
You are the one clinging on to him, and now you go around telling people you married Uncle Raven? Aren't you just trying to win Damian's sympathy? Damian!
Take a good look. Whose face is on this certificate? January 10th. Was just a few days ago.
This is impossible. Give me that certificate.
Why should I? What if you tear it up?
I won't, I just want to see if it is fake.
You're so ignorant, don't you know, that forging legal documents is a crime?
Touch her. And see what happens.
Uncle Raven, Lou has lost her mind. She's going around saying she married you. She even has a marriage certificate. It's fake, right?
Yeah.
Raven, even if she once saved your life, you can't just whatever she wants. This will ruin your reputation.
Lou has gone too far. How dare she use you as a joke? You must not let her off the hook.
If he actually married Lou, then I am the king of the world.
What?
That was only a few seconds. For a first kiss, that was way too short.
Honey. They are all bullying me. Saying I'm not worthy of you.
Lou,
I did marry Lou. From now on, you should be calling her Aunt Lou.
Did I hear that right? He actually married her? Has he lost his mind?
it's over. I just said so many bad things about Lou. With her vengeful personality.
Honey. You weren't here just now. They all ganged up on. My chest feels so tight. I can hardly breathe.
What do you want to do about it? I'm all ears.
Really?
Whoever doesn't like it can get out of the house.
In that case, I just opened my photography studio. I am sure everyone here would love to give me a congrats gift, right? $1 million. From each of you, and I will let it slide.
Lou. I refuse to believe a simple life-saving favor could make Uncle Raven indulge you forever.
Raven. Get the divorce done, in secret. Before it turns into a scandal.
What? I'll embarrass the family?
If word gets out that you married the woman your nephew dumped, the backlash will be unbearable to you.
You weren't afraid of humiliation back when you stole your own son's woman. So why should I be?
Raven. Did you marry Lou just to stage a drama about an uncle? To get back at me?
Think whatever you want.
So, Uncle Raven married Lou. Just to spite the old man? Lou, just you wait. I'd love to see who else can put up with you after me.
We've arrived. Lou. Our marital home is ready. Will you come with me to our home?
Cheers. Keep it going, it's your turn, come on, step on up. Do you smell that? A strong, overwhelming stench of love. Uncle Raven, do you smell it? Love makes people oblivious. Ha, come on, let's just drink. Raven, tell the truth. Did you marry Lou just because she saved your life? Giving up your marriage for that isn't worth it.
She showed up crying that day. Her eyes and face completely swollen. I only had one thought at that moment. I wanted to marry her. And protect her forever.
You fell for her?
Me? My feelings for her run so deep that she doesn't even need to speak. All it takes is one sorrowful glance, and I would hand her the world. Marriage is nothing. If she asked for my life, I would give that too.
What about Carolina?
Stop thinking about it. Stay calm. Raven is only with you because you saved his life. He doesn't actually love you. Sleeping with you was just about fulfilling a need. Don't overthink it.
Damian, let me be blunt. Even if things are over between you and Lou, you shouldn't have chosen Gretchen. Damian, let me be blunt. Even if things are over between you and Lou, you shouldn't have chosen Gretchen. She is just not presentable. Gretchen is a nice girl. She has endured a lot for me. Endured? You call that enduring? She's groveling. Watching her be that submissive and pitiful was embarrassing, even for me. I don't find it embarrassing. Who are you trying to fool? Why are you here smoking if you really think so? I am telling you. You might as well have married Lou. At least, she is a proper young lady. Gretchen, you should bring her out less. It's embarrassing.
Lou, you must be feeling proud right now.
Proud of what?
I have lived in your shadow my whole life. Your education, your family background is better than mine. Even now, after all the effort I put in to take Damian from you, I am still beneath you.
What are you trying to say?
I tried so hard to please them, but no matter what I do, measure up to you.
Competing with women is your thing, not mine. I will say it again. I have never seen you as a rival. Goodbye, my dear niece-in-law.
Lou, if I have to suffer, you are going down with me.
What are you all doing? What are you all doing? Gretchen.
Damian. I'm pregnant. My stomach hurts so much.
You're pregnant?
I was planning to tell you on your birthday, but just now. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have shown up. It's all my fault.
Lou. Just because you married Uncle Raven doesn't mean you can act however you like.
You just believe whatever she says? Damian. Are you a man-child or just brainless?
Stop trying to argue. I haven't even held you accountable for pushing Gretchen before. Something like this? Lou, I won't let you off this time. Don't let her get away. You, call the cops.
Hands off.
Mr. Cross.
Who said you could? Call the cops on my wife? Who said you could? Call the cops on my wife? Do you not want that hand anymore?
No. Damian who told me to do it. Uncle Raven. Gretchen is pregnant, and Lou just bullied her for no reason.
Lou? Who is Lou?
It was Aunt Lou.
So, you do remember she's your aunt. Isn't it only right for her To discipline her juniors?
But she bullied a pregnant woman. I will not let it slide this time. Uncle Raven, if you insist on protecting her, I will go to Grandpa and make sure Gretchen gets justice.
Forget it, Damian. Ms. Emerson is just upset that I married you. If picking on me makes her feel better, I don't mind being her punching bag. It's just that I'm not like her. Someone is always there to protect her.
Let me handle this. If Raven keeps getting involved, tongues will wag. But me? My reputation is already ruined beyond repair. I have always taken responsibility for my own actions. But I'm not taking the blame for something I did not do, but hitting you? That, I admit. But hitting you? That I'll admit.
You, Lou, you actually slapped me in front of everyone, you.
Don't oin false accusations on me. I will only admit it if I actually did it. Damian. Didn't you always see Gretchen as a helpless little damsel? I hope you still think that, an hour from now.
What are you going to do?
Let's go, honey.
Damian, my stomach hurts.
Let's go to the hospital first. Damian. Gretchen is getting really good at framing people. I bet this isn't her first time doing this. It's just a shame about you and Lou. If it weren't for Gretchen, you two would have been together ago. Do some digging for me. Get some rest. Mr. Cross, everything checked out fine. As for the baby,
Please don't tell anyone. My baby is stillborn.
the baby is fine. She only needs to focus on resting.
Damian. Lou thinks she can do anything now that she's married to Uncle Raven. How am I supposed to survive if she keeps this up?
Don't mess with her, and she'll leave you alone.
Damian. Are you siding with Lou? I am the victim here.
The hallway surveillance. Gretchen, have you framed Lou like this before?
Damian.
Gretchen, this time, I really regret marrying you.
No, Damian. Lou, it's definitely you causing trouble again. I won't let this go.
I used to think Lou was arrogant and always bullied Gretchen. But it turns out Gretchen was doing it on purpose. To gain my sympathy and sabotage my relationship with Lou. Lou, I want to talk to you.
It's so late. What do you need with my wife?
What are you guys doing?
What do you think adults do at night? Don't call my wife again. You've got no shame. But she has some dignity.
Raven. You might as well have married Lou. At least, she is a proper, young lady. If she hadn't ended the engagement, we'd be married by now. Lou, it's time for you to come back to me.
Are you on the phone just now?
I took a scam call for you. Dry your hair.
It's fine, just the ends of my hair are a bit wet. Why are you staring at me? I'm going to bed.
You're just going to leave me, like this?
Like what?
What do you think? Lou, have you ever Felt anything for me?
Why is Raven asking me this? Is he worried I'll catch feelings for him and not let go? Don't worry. I'm not going to catch feelings. If you don't want me anymore, I can just leave everything behind and walk away. And if you're worried about people calling you a J*RK, I can.
Keep quiet.
What a beast. This old man just can't be satisfied. Hello?
It's me.
Damian? Why are you calling? Are you inviting me to your funeral?
I'm selling the wedding house. Come pick up your stuff.
It's all just junk. You can throw it away.
That piece you won. An award for abroad 3 years ago. You're not keeping that?
Then have someone bring it back to me.
If you want it, come get it.
That painting was taken in Heartlandia with my life on the line. Forget it. Just take it and go. Damian?
Lou. If I divorce Gretchen and marry you, would you still say yes?
No fever. Is something wrong with your brain?
I'm serious.
Your brain is fine. Did you forget how you and Gretchen teamed up to humiliate and slapped me for her?
Back then, I was tricked by Gretchen. Lou. I've been thinking about it. I'm really in love with you.
Enough. Damian, stop pretending. Now that Gretchen's made a fool of herself and embarrassed you, you suddenly remember me? The only person you've ever loved is yourself. Don't act all romantic. It's disgusting.
Lou. You don't really think someone like my uncle could spend his life with you, do you?
It's none of your business.
He's with you. Just to get back at Grandpa. I've looked into it. His mom was my dad's ex. But then Grandpa took her and forced her into the Cross family. He's marrying you. To stage a drama of a nephew fighting for a woman and to get revenge on Grandpa.
Are the Crosses really that screwed up?
You won't have a good time with him.
Being with him is better than being with a SC asterisk bag like you. Let go.
Lou. I was trying to give you a choice, but you had to provoke me. Don't blame me if I'm not polite.
Damian. Don't touch. If you do, Raven won't let you off.
I don't believe Raven would still want a woman I've already used.
Lou? Lou? Go check where Lou went. 305 Spring Breeze Boulevard, Building 4.
Did you sleep with Raven?
So what if I did? We're married. It's only natural. Stay away from me. I find you disgusting.
Disgusting? Just watch how I can disgust you and sleep with you.
Let go of me. Raven, you're finally here.
Are you okay?
I'm not okay. Raven. He's bullying.
All right. Don't cry, I'll take care of it for you. Did you forget what I warned you about?
Lou is my woman, so what if I touch her? Uncle Raven, you don't love her, so why not just let us be?
Who says I don't love her?
He loves me? Am I hearing things?
Starting tomorrow. I don't want to see Damian and his family in Elmford.
I'll kill you.
So this is how scary he is when he's angry. I'll do it myself.
Lou, you went to see Damian today? Now, you won't even let me help you with your medicine. You're drawing a line in everything. Are you trying to divorce me?
I didn't.
Then why didn't you tell me? To see Damian? Do you have any idea what would have happened if I hadn't gone today?
I didn't expect Damian would freak out like that.
Lou. What I'm saying, going to see Damian. What matters is me like your husband. You haven't put me first.
I've already caused you enough trouble. I don't bother you anymore. Besides, our marriage was just a transaction to begin with.
Fine. Let it be a transaction.
Where are you going?
Since it's a transaction, it's probably best we keep some distance.
What's up with Raven? His mood swings are all over the place. It's like he's on his period. Whatever. Forget it. I'm going to bed.
Asher.do you know how I can make Lou fall in love with me?
Hello?
Mrs. Cross. It looks like Mr. Cross cheated.
Hello?
Mrs. Cross. It looks like Mr. Cross cheated.
What did you say?
I just saw Mr. Cross with a woman. They were not only having a great time, but they were also really close.
It's over. My home is gone. I've lost my backup. No way. I haven't gotten the Emerson family's shares or gotten rid of Indigo yet. I can't divorce Raven. Who is that woman? What does she do? How old is she? Is she prettier than me?
As for looks, of course, it's you, Mrs. Cross. But Carolina is an international movie star. She recently became the jewelry spokesperson for one of Cross Group's subsidiaries. The worst part is, she's known Mr. Cross for 7 years, and they have a pretty close relationship.
International movie star? Known each other for 7 years? Close relationship? And she's the company's spokesperson? Oh my god. Does Raven really have something with her? No. I'm not going to ruin my reputation.
Raven, please.
What are you doing here?
It's over. His tone is so cold, and he's frowning. Could it be that Raven really cheated and found true love? What should I say? I can't exactly say. I'm here to catch you cheating.
Mr. Cross. Mrs. Cross is here to bring you lunch.
Yeah.
I've already made plans with someone, so I can't join you for lunch.
Raven. This must be Ms. Emerson, right? How about joining us for the lunch?
Us? So they're that close? Feels like I'm the outsider here. It's okay. I'll go grab something to eat. I won't interrupt you guys.
You take Carolina to eat.
Come with me.
Raven.
Ms. Moore. Please.
Indigo was right. Someone so arrogant like Lou managed to catch Raven's attention? But it's fine. No one can take him away from me.
Why are you standing there? Aren't you supposed to eat with me?
Raven. I just saw you smile at her. Do you like her? I just saw you smile at her. Do you like her?
She's got a strong personality.
A strong personality? So she's really caught Raven's eye? He's interested in her. Does that mean I have no chance?
Where are you going?
I'll go lock the door.
Why are you locking the door?
I'm worried you might want a divorce. And try to tempt you. Do you have a bed in here?
Lou. Please stop talking. Have some mercy on me.
So you're saying Damian wanted to get back together with Lou. He even went to their old wedding house. Then Raven found out and kicked you all out of Sea City in a rage? That be *TCH Lou. She seduced Damian. So, what do you want from me this time? Indigo, do you have any way to help me? I really don't want to leave Sea City. Your baby
is a stillborn.
How? How do you know? You're a pawn in my plan to get rid of Lou. Every move of yours is under my watch. Don't panic. I just happened to see you bribing the doctor. Do you want Lou dead? I have a way to help you walk away clean. Go on.
Wait. That woman just now. Do you like her? Would you divorce me for her?
No.
Not now. Or not ever.
You've completely drained me. About anyone else.
Shameless.
Mr. Cross. My plan worked, didn't it? The moment Mrs. Cross heard you were with someone else, she panicked.
Double your salary.
Thank you, Mr. Cross.
Baby. You're deformed anyway. Even if you're born, you won't live long. Just help me this one time. Lou. Die.
Lou, do you even realize you got my grandson killed?
Are you out of your mind?
You couldn't have kids of your own, so you got jealous of Gretchen and killed Damian's baby out of spite. Good thing he never married a venomous woman like you.
Get your facts straight. Gretchen was the one who tried to hit. If I hadn't dodged in time, I'd be dead right now.
No way. She said you ran her over. Just wait. I'm telling Dad right now. This time, even Raven won't be able to save you.
Crazy old hag.
How? Is Lou still alive? She should have died from the accident.
Lou. Thank God you're okay.
What's wrong?
This was a huge deal. Why didn't you tell me right away? Do you know how freaked out I was when I heard about your accident?
I dodged in time, no big deal, but Gretchen. She killed her own baby.
Forget it. At least you're okay. Listen, I've got your back in Sea City. No one can mess with you.
Okay.
Dad, you have to stand up for Damian and Gretchen. That lunatic Lou was jealous of Gretchen's pregnancy, so she ran her over and caused her miscarriage. My poor grandson.
Lou is getting bolder by the day. Keeps protecting her. Grandpa, I'm not asking for revenge. I just want you to let Damian and me stay in Sea City. Please, just give us a place to live.
Go. Bring Raven and that girl here.
Yes, sir.
Were you looking for me?
Raven. You owe me an explanation for this.
Today, Lou must apologize to Gretchen and me. If not, I won't care about family ties. I'll sue her.
Fine. Go ahead. But I'll be the one suing you.
What do you mean?
This is the accident footage. Watch carefully.
Why is there footage? Didn't I order someone to destroy the cameras?
You liar, didn't you say she hit you? How dare you deceive me?
That video is fake. She hit me. She's the reason I lost my baby.
I was trying to save you some dignity, but since you don't want it, get someone to throw their entire family out of Sea City. Make sure they never come back.
Raven. That's your nephew. How can you be this heartless?
Dad, are you hoping to end up in a nursing home?
Dad. What's the matter?
Wait.
What are you writing?
I'm writing down all the tricks your sister pulled on me before.
Why?
That girl is too cunning. She'll trick me again. So I'm listing all her old moves before she shows up. I'm going to study them one by one.
That's why you...
That girl opened a photography studio to rip me off again. Last time, she got me good. This time, open up your storage room. Stop right there. Sit down. Think of the bigger.
Dad. How can you set up your own son like this? So are mine. How about this? We split it half and half. Nobody loses.
Okay. Why did you come back alone? Where's Raven? Why did you come back alone? Where's Raven?
The moment I walk in, all I hear are questions about Raven. No one even asks how I'm doing. I just opened a new photography studio. My husband bought me 2 buildings. You're the closest family I have. What are your gifts going to be?
Dad. Over budget.
Indigo. Who are you trying to impress with that outfit? Did you think Raven was coming back with me today?
Lou, why? Why do you always pick on me? What did I even do wrong? I'll fix it.
Lou. You barely come home. How are things between you and Raven?
We're doing great. Why do you ask?
It's all because of your brother. Those rich girls look down on him just because he's divorced. Now that you're married to Raven, help him find someone decent.
Mom.
And your sister too. Every guy I introduce her to, she turns her nose at. Help her find someone, preferably someone with a clean background.
Oh, that's easy. Why not just set them up together? They fit your requirements perfectly.
What kind of nonsense is that? Apologize to them. Right now.
Oh no, my bad. Did I just spill a secret?
Lou.
Relax, I was just joking. No need to get mad.
Stop making jokes like that.
Alright. Don't worry, I'll handle them. 1 favor, $10 million. 2 favors, $20 million. Pay today. And I'll take care of them tomorrow.
Why are you always asking for money? Are you that obsessed with it? Every time you come back, You just leave your dad and brother dry.
Lou, your birthday's coming up. We're throwing you a big party this year. I promise. It'll be grand.
My birthday? You've got the nerve to bring that up?
Lou, calm down.
Calm down? How am I supposed to calm down? I've avoided celebrating my birthday all these years. And you have the nerve to bring it up? Harvey Emerson. How dare you?
I just wanted to celebrate your birthday. What's wrong with that?
Did you forget what happened on my 18th birthday? Fine. Let me remind you. That day, you all promised to celebrate my birthday. But the moment Indigo said she wanted to go to the aquarium, you ditched me. I was so angry that I ran out of the house. That's how I ended up getting kidnapped. Did you forget all of that?
Well, you turned out fine, didn't you? You even married Raven. Why keep holding on to the past?
Raven Cross. Get over here. Lou's lost it.
Raven. Why are you here?
Raven. She.
Listen closely. The rise and fall of Emerson Group depends entirely on how you treat Lou.
If you have time to scheme against me, maybe you should focus on your precious son and daughter instead. After all, incest is no small matter.
Raven.
Did I scare you just now?
Yeah, you did. If something like this happens again, call me. I'll deal with them.
Aren't you going to ask why I fought with them?
Tell me if you want to. Don't force yourself if you don't.
Before Indigo joined my family, my birthdays were always grand celebrations. But her dad's death anniversary happens to be on my birthday. On my 10th birthday, she suddenly had a meltdown. Harvey consulted someone, and they said, not only should I stop celebrating, but we also should eat vegetarian. Even my grandma, who doted on me, agreed. My 18th birthday was supposed to be a big celebration too. But that day, Indigo had another meltdown. Not only was the party cancelled, but she also took it for herself with my grandma's support. I refused, got into a huge fight with my family, and ran away. After that, into the mountains.
Indigo is adopted, right? Why do your parents care so much about her?
I don't know.
Lou, no matter who you're up against, I'm always on your side. Asher, find out why the Emersons adopted Indigo back then.
Mom, there's really nothing between me and Nathan. Lou is making things up.
Stop lying to me.
I'm not lying. It's late. You should go to sleep. Come on. Good night, Mom. Ms. Moore. Lou is already on the verge of breaking. If you don't act soon, you can forget about becoming Mrs. Cross.
Carolina Moore, the famous actress, wants me to shoot a magazine cover for her? What is she up to? Is she trying to steal Raven from me again?
I'm pushing them to hurry. Ms. Emerson, have some water. And hang in there.
I've been hearing that for 4 hours. I'm done. Ms. Moore. You really know how to keep people waiting. The shoot was scheduled for 6 o'clock a.m. and now it's 10 o'clock a.m.
I stayed up too late last night, so I had them reschedule. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Who are you trying to fool?
Watch how you speak. You should feel honored to wait for Carolina.
Oh, of course. If anything, Ms. Moore is early today. She is, usually at least, 5 hours late. Just to act like a big deal. I wonder which clueless fans keep hyping her up.
How dare you speak to us like that? Is this the photographer you hired? What a bad attitude. She has no manners at all. We're not working with her.
Who are you talking about? You want to fight?
You actually dare to talk back? Do you even know who's backing Carolina? It's the richest man in the capital, RA. It's the richest man in the capital, RA.
You don't mean Raven Cross, do you?
How do you know?
Ms. Moore. How come I didn't know? My husband became your backer?
Your husband? Ms. Emerson, we've met before. This is just a misunderstanding. Mr. Cross and I have been friends for years. He helps me out sometimes. But my agent didn't understand the situation. Anyway, since we were late today, that's on me. I apologize.
Acting all high and mighty a moment ago, and now she's all polite? What is she up to?
Carolina. She doesn't deserve your apology. Ms. Emerson. Can we start the shoot now? Ms. Emerson, thank you for your hard work today.
It's just business. There's no need to thank me.
Did you take the video I asked for? Yes. It's all here. We will edit this and put it online. I guarantee Lou will be torn apart. Let's go. I'm meeting Raven.
Raven. Raven. Raven.
Who is it?
Who said you could touch my phone?
You never used to be this harsh with me.
I'm married. You should know your boundaries.
Didn't you say you'd wait for me? Why did you get married?
You misunderstood. I never said I'd wait for you.
If you weren't waiting for me, why were you so good to me? If it wasn't for me, why did you take such good care of me? When my stomach hurt, you rushed me to the hospital.
I'm just a good friend of your brother's. I was looking after you for him. Carolina, you're overthinking this.
Did your family force you into marrying her?
No, I married her. Because I love her. No one forced me. No one could, and no one would dare.
Raven. I love you too. I don't believe you feel nothing for me.
Carolina, let go.
Take me instead. Whatever she can give you, I can too. I can too.
Carolina. Listen. I'll only ever love Lou.
I won't take her place. I just want you.
Carolina. I don't know what made you think this was possible. But if you keep having these thoughts about me, don't blame me for what happens. Remember, just as I helped make you famous, I can get you blacklisted from the industry. Think carefully.
Raven. Lou, that be *TCH. I'll make you suffer more than you ever will.
Lou. Look. This is your future sister-in-law.
When are we meeting? Does Nathan know?
He didn't say no this time, so I think there's hope. In a few days, we're inviting her family for dinner. You and Raven should come too. That sounds good. Raven and I will be there on time. That's great.
Mom.
Yes?
I'm heading back to my room.
Go ahead.
Indigo. Nathan is going on a blind date. I bet you're worried. Once I get something on you, I'll make sure everyone sees your true colors.
Mr. Cross. You're finally here. We've been waiting for you. Please, have a seat.
This must be my new sister-in-law. Let's add each other on WhatsApp.
Today is a big day for your brother. Don't stir up trouble.
The one you should be watching out for is Indigo, not me.
Mom. I'm going to the restroom.
Sure, go ahead. Mr. Wyatt, I really like your daughter. Shall we discuss the next steps?
Excuse me. I need to take this call. See? My son is always busy. Indigo. Stop this. Why did you text me to come out?
Didn't you say we'd be together forever? Don't marry her, okay?
I want to marry her. She reminds me of my ex-wife. I was wrong before that I shouldn't have had an affair with you while I was married. That was my mistake. If this is too hard for you, you should leave. I'll explain to Mom and Dad.
Don't go.
Indigo. He's your brother. How could you seduce your own brother? How have I treated you? I pushed aside my own daughter to favor you in everything. And this is how you repay me. I always thought Lou was lying. But it turns out she was telling the truth.
Mom. It was my fault. It had nothing to do with her.
How could you?
Mom.
You arranged for them to come, didn't you?
How they got here doesn't matter. What matters is that it worked.
You think you've won? Haven't you always wanted to know why your parents adopted me? That's because my dad died in a fire. Your brother set that fire in the warehouse.
Nathan was only 6 at the time. He was too young to be criminally responsible.
After that, he couldn't sleep at night. Your dad consulted a spiritual advisor who said the only way to fix it was to bring me home and adopt me. Lou, your parents abandoned you. For Nathan's sake, they gave me everything I wanted. Among 3 children, you were the only one cast aside. And I'm going to keep making your family's life miserable.
Hello?
Check out Carolina's Instagram. Everyone's calling you a homewrecker.
Mrs. Cross. Don't believe what's online. Mr. Cross just wanted to have a talk with her.
At a hotel? I'd love to know how that talk went.
Carolina tried to kill herself. Die, you homewrecker.
Raven. You said I should call you anytime if I needed you. Pick up, please.
Someone, help. Over here, someone's unconscious. Call the ambulance.
Lou. You're awake.
Get out.
I didn't know. You came to see me that day. But don't worry. I found the culprit. I'll make sure he pay for what he did.
I don't want to see you. Get out.
Lou. Get some rest. I'll come back to see you.
Leave.
Lou, can you forgive me? Things weren't like that between Carolina and me. And I had no idea you came looking for me that day. If I had known, I wouldn't have cared, even if she died there. Lou, I know you don't want to see me right now. But trust me, I'll make things right.
Raven, you came to see me.
Carolina. You staged your suicide, just so I would see it, didn't you?
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
You knew that stalker was always lurking at that time. He was an obsessed fan. So you deliberately lured me and Lou there, using his twisted mind to get rid of her, didn't you?
I didn't.
I warned you. Just as I helped make you famous. I could get you blacklisted from the industry. Carolina, you're done. Blacklist Carolina completely. Anyone who hires her will be going against me.
Raven, please, no. Indigo. She made me do it. For my brother's sake, don't ruin me.
I've done more than enough for your brother. Now, I'm taking everything back.
Raven, please. I know a secret. About Lou.
Go on.
Lou's abduction at 18 wasn't an accident. Indigo planned it. She even told me. She regretted not finishing Lou off.
Lock down the city. Find Indigo and send her straight to the police.
Mrs. Cross,
The
starts
press
in 20
conference.
minutes. Do you want to watch it?
Yeah.
Mrs. Cross, please don't be mad. Mr. Cross has secretly cried a few times these past days.
Mr. Cross. Is it true that Lou Emerson forced you to marry her by using the fact that she saved your life?
It's false. I've had a crush on her for years. Marrying her was my greatest wish.
Lou and your nephew were childhood sweethearts. Does that bother you?
If she had married someone else, I would have stayed single for life. When she agreed to marry me, I was over the moon. Why would I mind?
You've always supported Carolina's career. Does Lou know that? Did she approve of it?
She didn't know. Carolina's brother was my friend. After he passed away, I took care of her in his place. I was afraid Lou would misunderstand. So I never told her. That was my mistake. Honey, can you forgive me?
Mr. Cross, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yes. Lou, I love you.
Raven, have some shame. Get home now.
Okay.